Alrighty, hello again. My name is Justerica Angelique. I am a branding specialist, and welcome to We Vibes to Vibes networking event. I'm going to be the interviewer today of Jalen, the CEO of We Vibe to Vibe. And you guys just please clap and give Jalen 2 tall woods and a warm welcome as he comes.
What's up, guys? What's good?
All right, so I have about 20 good questions that I just want to ask you.
Let's go.
Just so you can give your community, your audience, just a better look into you, your company, and basically what you're all about. So the first question I have for you is just tell us like what you do. Like if you could wrap it up in a nutshell, like tell us.
All right, so pretty much what I do, I like to be behind the scenes. So I just put We Vibe to Vibe is a entertainment/media company that provides platforms for talented people in music, fashion, and art. So we put a lot of different events on for just for creatives in general. So we have music, we do showcases, we do private events. So say if a company wants us to come out and they want a certain vibe for their certain event, we'll be able to supply that with the artists that we come across. Things like that. We do ciphers and all that fun stuff with music. In fashion, we're out to have our first collection finna drop real soon. The WV2 collection. So that's the We Vibe to Vibe merch, a little something to start us off with. We'll host fashion shows, pop-up shops, just a lot of different things in fashion. And then art, we have art exhibits. We had our first one in March. So we just create that platform, be able to just, help each other just climb up this ladder. So,
Got you. Okay, yeah. Cool. So how did you actually get started with We Vibe to Vibe? Like how did this birth? How did this come about?
All right, so about 5 years ago, I first moved out my parents' house, 21, just getting out there. So I'm gonna have my first love, it was like around November. So of course New Year's on its way. So I'm like, I might as well throw a little, New Year's party just to, crease the crib, you know what I'm saying? So I had my first party. I invited about 10, 15 people, not sure if they're gonna come or not,
So
just
did you have this party at your new house or at your parents' house?
Yeah, so this is at my new house.
Okay.
So I'm like 2 months in. I'm like, I'm gonna have a party.
Okay.
We're gonna have a good time, you know what I'm saying? So that's one thing with me, I love getting people together. So about 15 people, I shoot it out there, I tell them like, invite your close people, what I'm saying? We're having a good time at my crib. I got food, y'all bring the vibes, you're gonna cook, kick it. Had a beer pong table in the middle of our floor, so it was pretty nice, It's not like a huge apartment now, okay? So party going on, people coming in. And then I see people, on Snapchat, that's when it just started coming up, the Snapchat was new. So I started, seeing people like at parties and stuff like that. So then, the night going on, my party getting bigger. I'm like not noticing, we just having a good time. And then the people that I seen on Snapchat start coming to my party. So I'm like, well, let's get it cracking. So I just let a whole lot of people in. It was about, my apartment comfortably can fit about 10 people in my living room, you know what I'm saying? Plus my kitchen, about 15. I had about like 30 to 35 people in my apartment. First time having everybody from Chicago, Joliet. Mm-hmm. We had people from the hood. Like we had people just come from all over, just being able to come kick it with us. And I had to tell them to leave. Like I had to turn the music off. It was going on like 4 o'clock. I live here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, hey, everybody had a good time. And then from there, people hit me up, make sure they got home. I'm like, I love just getting people together and just being able to vibe, having a safe place for people to just be able to let themselves go and have a good time. So yeah, that's pretty much like where it first originally started, like knowing that I can get people together and have a good time.
So this all started with a party?
Yes.
Okay, so I think it's pretty dope that you just started with a party and then you were able to just notice the shift that you created with just inviting people, catching on to their vibes, them definitely catching on to you and just enjoy your company, being around you, and you saying you had people from the hood, so I can imagine that they didn't come on no other type of stuff. So I think that's pretty dope. So with that, so since you've accomplished that. You started this company. Like, what do you feel like you're most passionate about?
I'm most passionate about is just being able to give, like, a lot of people who have been overlooked just that platform. I've been living in the world pretty much all my life. So I mean, I know areas, I know people, things like that. So just being able to be able to get that artist or anybody in the business that be able to want to collide with us, that ability to come with us and go on the journey with us and be able to continue to climb the ladder. But just as far as artists, like I know my first like Weed 525 like little showcase. It was at my apartment, of course, again. And I had an artist who brought a friend, and a friend came. He was like, "Hey, if I can pull you aside." This is after all everybody came up. It was about 3 people who did a poetry, a rap, and then another person did a rap. Then after that, we just kicking it. The guy who came, he pulled me aside and told me, like, "Let me tell you, like, this is like the first time me being able to relax and not having to like watch my shoulder, look on my back." And like I asked him before I came, do I have to bring my heat? Because I'm going to a house party, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to the west side, he from the east side. So he was like, I wasn't sure. You know what I'm saying? So the rapper, told him like, no, we going to Too Tall crib, it's all good. We gonna be, chilling and stuff like that. So he pulled me aside, told me that, and it shook me there. Like, boom, I gotta make something happen just for not only the artists, but also people who want to come out and have an amazing time and be able to chill and, do them. So yeah, that's pretty much the most passionate thing I can do for everybody that comes to my events. What
did your family and friends say, like, as you were starting this? Because I remember, like, when you started, you were like trying to put like the pieces together to everything and like make it click or make it make sense. Maybe even still till this day, like you still try to have to do that to people that are getting to know more about you. So when you were letting your friends and family know like what was going on, like what was the reaction and like what was some of the feedback that you were getting?
All of it was definitely positive. Like most of everybody was like, go do it, do your thing. Because they already knew that I was already hosting parties like every other weekend. Not every other weekend, I wasn't going out like that, but I was frequently having a party. Like my birthday would come up and I have a party and everybody would come together. My parents and my friends always knew, man, when he come around, it's gonna be all a good vibe, It's gonna be having a good time. It's nothing more, So then they were just saying, go for it. As more I tell them and the more that I start really finding like where I really want to go and then retelling them like how my brand, and they was like, okay, I see you growing. And they was like, oh, you really got to go for it now, So it's nothing but friends and family just pushing me. It's no stopping now because the people behind me, they really pushing me to go for it. So that's all positive.
That's dope. So since you've started We Vibe to Vibe, what do you think, or how do you think it has impacted you? But not only you, but like the people that you bring to your shows, or people that you just have as artists, or other business owners. Like, how do you feel like your platform has impacted you and others?
One, we're really just growing. You know what I'm saying? So it's amazing just to see everyone who doesn't know anything or really much about We Vibe to Vibe, but also wanting to be involved. So that part right there is just amazing because wherever I'm going, of course, I'm willing to take whoever I can take with me. So it's just from all I know from now, it's only going up, and that's the only way I'm trying to go. So it's really just bringing so much together where a lot of missing pieces are like, okay, I know you got this, but I need just a little bit of something that you have. Or, okay, vice versa, I can do that for you. And just be able to just feed off each other, bounce ideas off each other, or just coming together and just know that when we all do this together, it's only to go up, So it's something like that.
Okay. So when you're looking for people to like bring onto your shows, like what do you look for? Just for anybody here that may be an artist or anybody that's looking to get involved, like what types of people do you look, for when you're scouting new people to work with?
Definitely. So one thing with us, we all about the quality. Quality entertainment is all that we look for. So as long as we see you grinding, we see you working, we see you putting just as much, effort into what y'all have that we can also give to you, that's all that we look for. you know, and just being able to just have that drive and have that passion and let your creativity just flow, you know?
Yeah.
And then that's pretty much all that we pretty much need, you know?
What is your inspiration? Like, what inspires you?
The artists that, or whoever I see have that talent, that inspires me. Just to see them grinding and they're trying to get to a level that they see that they can really get to, it really just inspires me to like, hey, they want it, I want to help them get there. You know, just having that drive and seeing somebody else have that same drive that I have, it's just something that it feeds off. Like something you just click on. You like, you know, they want what they want. They gonna go get it. I want to be on that. You know. So it's just, I guess the artist or whoever I come across as far as the business owner, that drive, it really inspires me to get to work. So yeah, that's pretty much.
So and
of course my family really, you know, inspires me to be able to do what I do because I got a lot of eyes on me. You know what I'm saying? So I really got to make sure I, you know, get them on the right track. You know what I'm saying? As far as knowing that they don't have to only have one way. They got multiple. You know, not only feed off of one. Oh, I only can play basketball, but also like with drawing, we can always have different routes in our lives. So just let them know that pretty much.
So not only are you a business owner, I think that you're a motivator, and then I also feel as though you are a leader as well. So being a leader, what do you feel like is the biggest struggle to be a leader?
The biggest struggle, I would say, is really, really connecting with I wouldn't say, well, for me, it would be either clients or, you know, the audience or the artist, just being able to just know that everything is going to be good. Like me ensuring that, you know, if we come together and do the things that we need to do, there shouldn't be no issues or anything. So something similar like that. What was the rest of your question?
So you basically feel like you're like the glue, like you try to keep I can see that, because like even with your business, like you like people around, you know, you like bringing like good vibes to people. You also like being a leader and being like the person that people can come to just make them feel like everything is okay, or at least if they're around you or talking to you or speaking with you, like they're good within that moment of just being around. Right,
and then also living inside that moment and knowing that not only taking that away from them as far as you work, but also sit and embrace the moment that we live in, or it's just in the moment that we're having right then, you know? So just not overshadowing somebody or always being on them like, why ain't you doing it? You know, allow them to really do what they do and do what they do good, you know? So just allow them to flow creative.
So tell us 3 things that you like about your current position, and then 3 things that you dislike. Ooh. I think I know one that you dislike already.
Okay. So the 3 is that I'm always going to be around helping someone get to the top. So that's always exciting to me. The second one is that me being able to connect a lot of people through me. Like I'll see some friends over here that needs like a videographer or a photographer, and that's easy for me. Like, hey, my friends need some work, you know what I'm saying? Just be able to connect them and just know that the work that they're going to receive, as far as a friend or any business owner, they're going to get some good work. Just because I know that, you know, connecting, you know, who I can connect with.
Being the glue again.
Yeah, something like. So the third. It would be, I ain't gonna sit here and lie, taking over. I'm excited just to be We About to Live all over. I'm trying to, every state, we need all the artists. I'm just excited about that. Being able to jump state to state every day, just help anybody that needs it, that we see that is grinding. Yeah. We're able to go out there and, all right, let's make something happen. What you need a video, you need the quality of that video, what you need. You need some promo, what can we help you with? If you got a stage, you need some stage present, what can we do for you? Yeah, so something like that.
Good. Okay. Yeah. What about the 3 things that you dislike about your current position?
The 3 things that I dislike is, let's see. The 3 things, I wouldn't say more so the artist. It's more so getting the quality of the artist, or even looking deep enough to see that artist, or even helping them see that they got something that they, that they have, and being able to put them to get them on board. I can say that's like one of the struggles of doing this.
So it's not that you dislike it; it's just that you can see the potential or the opportunity to help them grow and get to a certain place that you can see.
Yeah. And just pretty much winning them over. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm a new business, and a lot of people talk. You know what I'm saying? So it's just more so letting them know, like, this is real. Let's make it happen. Yeah. So the second thing
that you dislike.
The second thing I dislike is, I don't know. Which one you thought I had?
It'll be.
You probably do know. We talk all the time, y'all. Like this. We on the phone all the time. 2:00. What you doing? Working? Me too. We bouncing ideas off each other. So she knows pretty much.
Honestly, y'all, it's the fact that he be at work and he can't get everything that he want to get done at work. So that was for sure dislike.
Definitely working in my full-time job, and then trying to do this on the back end it's kind of difficult.
It just make you feel stuck.
Because the phone be blowing on the clock. I'd be like, look, can I take my 15 minutes? I need to go right now because this phone call that I got, it might be the hit, you know what I'm saying? So can I just get a couple minutes to the side? Or, I do have to, sneak sometime and just shoot this text, because I know, when either an artist or an entrepreneur hit me, I got to jump in a moment, you know what I'm saying? You never know if they're going to have that time again, you know what I'm saying? So I'll be, hey, what's good? I'm at work right now. I'm going to call you tomorrow, setting up meetings and all that. But I feel that is one of my biggest struggles.
It is. But when you're doing that at work, you don't feel like it's a problem, right?
No, because I'll make it happen. I get the connects. You know what I'm saying? One thing I know, a 9 to 5 is not going to be guaranteed. And me, just knowing that entrepreneurship is all for me, man, I'm all for it. So that's what I'm really, striving for. Hopefully that can be ended real soon, so we can really make these connects on times and stuff like that. And the third, I don't know. Can you like hold that to the end?
Yeah, we'll hold that one.
Yeah, because I got to think on that one a little bit. Yeah.
Maybe you don't have a third. Maybe you just, excuse me, maybe you haven't come to a place where like you don't really know. Like you're still, still figuring some things out. Okay. What are your 3 biggest accomplishments so far?
Well, one, my art exhibit. I talked that up, and I don't know how that came about, because let me tell you, it was the beginning of the year, and I was just jotting down like, that would be dope to have a little art exhibit, you know what I'm saying? So then Jen, who allows me to have this place here, and I'm so thankful for her, she was like, yeah, you had the first floor. I'm like, first floor? Yeah, the first floor of this art gallery. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I'm thinking like, all right, whatever. And I'm thinking like, wait, I got to get artists. I got to find the type of art that I'm looking for. I don't know how to curate. I don't know how to hang stuff up on the walls. I'm like, what am I getting myself into? Mm-hmm. But, as I continue to, lock down, pray, do a lot of research, ask Jen on this, little certain things, and man, we came about it. I loved how it flowed. I loved the way that everything, the 4 artists was here from Aurora. 3 was. One was from the area. So. Mm-hmm. But it's just dope for them to be able to just have that opportunity to have their art in a gallery for a whole month, Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's like one of my biggest accomplishments. My second one is actually getting traction off We Vibe 2 Vibe. Like, I love, like, when people see me out, they starting to notice, they starting to put things together, calling me too tall at my job. I'm like, whoa.
I'm at work.
Somebody called me that at work, like, hey, what's up, too tall? I was like, hold on. I ain't heard that around here a little bit. Like, that's Jalen here, okay? Yeah. So, but no, that is just so dope seeing that we starting to get traction, starting to build, and that's I guess you can say my second accomplishment. And my third, I'm coming together with a lot of dope people, like dope vibes, and I love that I'm like just the beginning is like the best part, because you really seeing who really rocking, who really got it, seeing they starting to grow with you. And not only me just starting, even if it's their firm, just, first time being in an art gallery, That's their first time. That's my first time too. So we always come in together, growing, and, you know, learning. So yeah, that's pretty much the third one that I had.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Because it's hard, like as a business owner, like one of the first things that's hard is trying to get people to like really support what you do. And you don't even have to be a business owner, you can be a creative or just anything that you're doing. Like it's so hard to get people to see the vision the way that God kind of gave it to you.
Yes.
And when you do have, or you know, start to get that following and start to get that support, like it just makes you keep going. And I feel like you have done a good job of, you know, constantly like setting these events up and just bringing people out and just giving people a platform, because like the more that you do that and like the more people that you get involved, like the more people just start to know about more about your company, and then it just starts to feed you to the point where you feel like I can't stop because there are so many people that are watching me do this. And then that starts to become like a reason why. Like you have so many different reasons why you started, but then you have so many different reasons why you should keep going.
Right.
So congratulations on that, because that's hard.
Thank you.
Just to stay consistent.
Man, look, let me tell you, it's ain't nothing but God really pushing me through this, because I literally pulled this out of the mud. Like, I was like, I have talented people around me. Mm-hmm. I'm not finna keep driving to Elgin. I'm not finna keep driving to Chicago just to see you on the stage 2 minutes. I love you. You know what I'm saying? I love your music, but this 2 minutes, I can't get with it. You know what I'm saying? And then just when I be going to the different events, they just, you know, the vibe wasn't there. Everybody just throw them up on the stage. Everybody do their 2 minutes and then they down.
It's not fulfilling.
It's not right. It's just not a flow to it. Everybody's getting up, but I feel that most of the people that back then when I was going, like seeing, you know, going to my friends, you know, I was just, you know, observing, just seeing people just looking at the people like up on stage until they friend get up and then they want to be all turned, and then at the end when they stop, they back down. It's like,
yeah.
It has to be a flow of a show, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So then that's what I really put in mind, like I'm gonna have a flow to my show. I'm gonna make sure that the quality is gonna be, you know, there, you know what I'm saying, really bring that entertainment back to Aurora, you know what I'm saying, because I mean Chicago, they got what they got out there, but we also have places out here and it's crazy talented people out here to be able to, you know, go crazy. So we just trying to get there.
What makes your company different from the other ones that kind of do what you do?
Well, one, I really wanted to be able to give my people of color the opportunity to show what they have, you know, not having to turn them away, because I know me personally, of course I've been around, you know what I'm saying, I see a lot of places want, you know, talented people who come in there or whatever, but the people that's on my end, they don't think they're on the standards of what they assume they have to be for that company, or, you know, being able to have to be in a certain outfit to come to a certain, you know. But with us, we just want to make, you got that talent, we want you to be authentic as you can. I want you to come just, you know, whatever flows through you, let's make it happen. And we just know that it's genuine, and we just never gonna turn nobody away. Even if we be like, all right, maybe this not your time, and we'll definitely let you know, like, all right, well, once we find that vibe that suits you, we'll definitely come back and get you. You know what I'm saying? We're never not gonna say, nah, I'm not gonna mess with you. We won't nothing with you. We definitely gonna, all right, we see that you need a little more stage presence, bet. Let's put you on some more open mics. Let's put, you know, we just always gonna continue to work with that artist that we come across, that we really see them grinding and seeing work. Ain't no point in turning away. So really giving my people of color just that lane to be free, just be them, you know, authentic.
And I think that it's good that even though, like, you know how you want your shows to go, like every time you have them, but I think that it's good that if you do come across someone that wants to be involved, you don't turn them away. Like you say, you know, this platform tonight may not be the platform for you, which I think is important, because like, can you imagine like having like a certain vibe and then you bring like the wrong act up and then the audience doesn't respond that well, and then the artist feels, you know. So I think that's good that you are able to like recognize that and then kind of sort out, you know, certain things, so that way it's a good experience for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, good. What's your secret sauce?
You want the sauce?
Is it too much of a secret?
I mean, you know, it really ain't no sauce. You just gotta have that vibe. I mean, I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta have that vibe. Just let people know, like, I'm about my business. I'm real. Let's vibe. Let's work. If you got a good idea, I got a good idea. Let's put it together. Let's make something happen. If we can knock it out in a week, let's knock it out in a week. You know what I'm saying? That's just, if it flows that way, let's flow it. If we can do this in one day, let's make it happen in one day. You just being able to work, having that hunger. Let's get it. If you got it, I got it. Let's get it. That's it.
Okay. So because you've mentioned God a few times here and there in some of your answers that I've asked you, what role does God play in your business?
Oh,
What happened to my $100, Joe?
I'm sorry, y'all.
Nigga, did you take my money?
That's No Name. I love her. No Name. Shout out to No Name. Denzel, you know. Shout out to No Name. So, God has led me all the way. Like, from the time I pretty much, stepped out of my parents' house 5 years ago, it was only me and him. You know what I'm saying? I'm in this apartment by myself. You know what I'm saying? I have to go to the leasing office by myself. But him just knowing, like, all right, I know you put me in this predicament for a reason, or you allow me to get through the door for a reason. You gonna have to leave me because I don't know what's going forward. You know what I'm saying? So it's just being able to just lock in on him, trust him, and just continue to take me further. And look, I'm here with my first interview. You know what I'm saying? And I just started about 2 years ago, and I just start pushing like, all right, We Vibe 2 Vibe is out, we live. You know what I'm saying? About a year and a half. So it's just amazing how far I got within a year. I don't even know how many events I had. I haven't even sat down and like really calculate.
Yeah, you didn't have a lot of events.
But like even through that, it's just amazing to know, like, as long as he keep feeding me, keep feeding me these vibes, I'm gonna keep putting them out. And next event, let's go. Whoever we see if that's a good vibe. Look, we talk like, Lord, I don't know, is that a good connection for us to rock with? He give me a little feeling. Then let's take it. Let's go. Just so it's just him just leading the whole way.
Running a business and having a community of people that do support you takes a lot, because you're the one that's like trying to keep everybody fulfilled. So what are some things that you do to like take care of yourself and make sure that you're taken care of? Because you have to be like in a healthy state of mind, right, and good vibes yourself in order to like pass that, over to other people. So what are some things that you do to just keep yourself up?
Just the people around me. I definitely keep people around me who don't like to be down too long. Always around somebody that always know how to laugh. You know what I'm saying? And just knowing that the other person, that whoever I come across or whoever I'm talking to, they might be having a bad day, and it's not no point in me putting that, how I'm feeling, or in that moment, or put that on them. So it's always, I will always try to make you laugh, try to make you smile, try to make you feel good, because I know people have bad days, and you come across me, I would say that God brought, we always come across for a reason. And every time I come across somebody, I just make sure that I put them in a good mood, you know what I'm saying? Just making sure that they good, because I know that, it's hard out here, especially for the mental.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of people think about a lot of things every day, and sometimes they don't have that break. They just continue to think and just, dwell on that, you know what I'm saying? But it just, I don't know. I just be trying to make people feel good, let them know, like, today is just one day. You know what I'm saying? Smile, laugh, live the day, even if it's the worst one. Live your best day, you know what I'm saying? Because life is way short out here. Especially the generation that we rocking right now, way short. And you just got to know that, okay, I'm going to have to wake up tomorrow. Do I want to continue to feel like this? Or you want to come, hey, I know I got a lot going on, but let's have a good day. Let's smile. Let's put as much positivity out there that you can. And that's pretty much what I do, so.
Do you have any favorite artists or certain types of music that you listen to keep yourself like in good vibes?
Heck yeah. I definitely rock with Shatina Lynette. She's a Chicago artist. I love her. My boy Q. He just dropped an album, Fire. I'm rocking with it. Mars Kid. I rock with him a lot. That's my boy. He right there. He got some work. Man, there's so many. I mean, I really love, like, I listen to so much different music. I surf the web. Like, y'all know how, like, I surf the web. Like, okay, you listen to this song, well, who you featuring with, I go to there. Listen to what they got, oh, you featuring it with them, I like that vibe, I go there, you know. So I search and I just look for that vibe that, you know, I rock with. I love Ari Lennox. I love, like, soul music, something that really puts you in, like, a chill mood, you know what I'm saying? Not too, you know, but also then I love, you know, Moneybagg Yo. You know what I'm saying? Young Dolph. I gotta play a little bit of that, you know, Key Glocks. Gotta play a little of that, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know, just however vibe you rocking with, we just rock with, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot. But we listen to a lot of different, you know, genres.
Do you have a favorite song? Like, if you was, once we get out of here, like, what's the first song you gonna put on your radio?
Ooh. All right, so it's a new song, and I'm loving it. It's on repeat right now. But it would have to be hold on, let me.
Yeah, you can play it, because I was gonna ask you to play it.
This Mars Kid. It's called Take Over. I know that. I don't know, but I'm listening to the song, and it's all about taking over.
Got a new bitch.
No matter what it is, we gonna take over, and I'm excited about it.
Go ahead, prepare yourself. We taking over, we be cooking in the lab. We don't need no baking soda. Finally got a new bitch. You can go erase it over.
Like, my favorite verse on this is the first one.
Guarantee we taking over. Go ahead, prepare yourself. We taking over, we be cooking in the lab. We don't need no baking soda. Finally got a new bitch. You can go erase it over. Yeah, you see me taking off. It's guarantee we taking over. You better not talk to me, unless you talking that business, can't get no verse from me, unless you gon' pay for this feature, no university, but we grade you on them features, so when you step to that mic, you better deliver them secrets. I'm screaming gang, gang, me and my niggas, we don't gang bang, but best believe we let these chains hang, we chain planes, ride around in the city, we pop bottles all in our videos, and we up late and got your girlfriend here with us in our studio, yeah.
So yeah. That's my favorite song right now. It really gassed me up just knowing that, like he said, my gang, we don't do no drugs. We just let these chains hang. We just do these straight vibes, and that's how I got about the song. But yeah, that song really gassed me up every time I listen to it, because it's time to take over. 2020, we finna go crazy. I'm excited.
Good.
Yeah,
well, that leads me into my next question. So, actually second to last, because I wanted to ask you this. In the future, do you see yourself, like, running your company? This is kind of like off.
Mm-hmm.
Do you, I hope you're ready. Do you see yourself running the company with a partner?
I mean, as of right now, it's all me. You know, I'm still, my business plan is always, you know, I'm still trying to put the pieces together. But definitely, I wouldn't mind sharing, you know what I'm saying? If you can add on to what we got, and you actually rocking with the vibe, and you just, not only the vibe, but rocking with the brand, knowing that we out here for our artists, for the community, being able to connect, and you got something good, what's up? I'll be down. But I mean, you know, I had to talk to Jay-Z or somebody first, because look, I'm trying to get there. I need formula from him. How did you do it?
Okay, last question of the night. What is next for Too Tall and We Vibe to Vibe? Like, what are you trying to get into? What's next? What can we expect? What are you excited for? Right. What you been praying about? Ooh. What you been jotting down in your notebook?
So much, let me tell you.
What you been thinking about at work? No.
Man, that's it. That's when I really come up with my best ideas. Is working. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is. Maybe because when I'm there, I don't want to be there, so I think outside that place.
Yeah.
But that's where I get my best ideas. I'll be like, my coworkers probably tired of me talking about it, but they're gonna keep hearing me because I be needing ideas, you know, people to bounce off of, and they be bouncing them back, and I'm like, all right, let's go. You trying to get me out of here too? I like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but for 2020, I'm excited for this artist that we're gonna come across. We really about finna really start going to another realm of business. This clothing line we're finna come out with. Right now it's just gonna be t-shirts and hoodies, but we plan on getting to like a full fashion line. That's gonna be some work too. But I'm excited to be able to have like my We Vibe to Vibe experience. So like I'm giving you music, fashion, and I'm giving art in one event. And we just being able to vibe, just be able to get that being just creative in that moment. And that's the thing about with us, we're gonna have some themes like events, like Mardi Gras. I'm trying to get a Mardi Gras event going on. I want a sneaker ball. Like I'm trying to get in events like that. I'm trying to do like all black art exhibit. You know what I'm saying? Really trying to get into that. So it's a lot of stuff we got, trying to get into, but 2020 is going to be a good year. We always down to collab. We're a lot of videographers, photographers, and, radio hosts, podcasts. We trying to get into all of that. So we going to be bouncing around a lot this upcoming year.
Nice. Oh, I did have one more question. I'm sorry. What advice would you give like any artists or creatives or any other like-minded business owners like yourself?
Definitely don't give up, because that's the first thing that's gonna come up. You're gonna be like, all right, I ain't doing this no more because somebody ain't support me, or I ain't doing this no more because my likes ain't hitting. Like that's when 10 likes.
Speaking of likes, do you know that Instagram about to take away the like feature? Like you're not even gonna know like who liked your post, or I think you may know who liked it, but you won't be able to see like how many likes you have on a post. Think that's
there you
something?
go. They ain't gonna have to worry about it anyway. You know what I'm saying? But that's one thing I know a lot of artists, they be trying to how many likes I get, you know what I'm saying, watching who's supporting you.
Yeah.
But just vibe. Just be you, stay true to yourself. Whoever gonna attract you, they're gonna attract to you. And a lot of people may not think that, if that person don't follow my music, or that person don't like my art, or that person don't like my event, so I'm not worth. No, just keep pushing. As long as you stay 10 toes down with your vision, 10 toes down with what you want to do, and that you know that you're the head of whatever you got going on, you don't have to worry about nothing. Just keep pushing. So yeah, just keep pushing, because I had to keep pushing just a couple weeks ago because I was mentally drained. But I just have to get it all together. Think about who I can get around the people that I love. You know what I'm saying? Get out some more ideas off them to get out of whatever mental funk I'm in, and keep rolling. The day gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just always keep pushing.
Good advice. Do you have anything else to say while we're?
Do we have an audience? Have a question? I mean, I'm down to answer a few. That we can test some Lex back there. I don't know if y'all had some. Shout out to Chef Lex back there. Can we get a round of applause from us? Yeah, there's something back there for y'all, so we're gonna check on that. But do we have any questions at all? If y'all don't want to, it's all good.
I got a question.
What's good?
What made you come up with a sneaker ball? I've never heard that.
It's already a thing.
Tight.
Yeah, so a sneaker ball, but I just came up myself, but I know that I've seen people in different states do it. Like me personally, I've never seen anybody do it here in Aurora, but it's where everybody come dressed to a T. Like the girls got a bomb dress on, the guys chest button up, tie, but everybody got sneakers. Wear your tightest sneakers. Wear the shoes that you be like, yeah, these bad boys, they it. But you got a bad fit on, like you suited up, dressed down. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a sneaker ball. So I'm trying to get into that. I mean, I think that'd be dope, something different, something to vibe with.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
I got another question. I just want to say that the We Vibe to Vibe is a very good thing, because I've been to your events, and the young man that just put the album out, Q, I love him.
Yeah, he does.
The first event I heard him, he went to rewind. He said, "You want to hear it again?"
Yeah.
He said, "Rewind." And look, Ling is a seasoned woman. Came to his event where he was, he's rapping, and me and another seasoned woman, we hollered, "Hey, we like that. Tell him to rewind that." And he went back and rewinded and said it again. I'm like, this young man is awesome.
Yeah.
He's
dope.
awesome.
It's just
you
dope.
be having good people. I just want to let you know that.
Yeah, no, that's one thing with us. We make sure that the people that we rock with, they have a vibe. You know what I'm saying? They'll be able to not only appeal to one, well, I guess what's the age group or, you know, but they be able to appeal to all. Because everybody like music, everybody like poetry, you know, it's the way you deliver it, it's the way that you come about it, and that's the one thing that we really look for. Like, you got that it, we see it, man, what? Let's make it happen. And my boy Q ain't been left me out. He did a couple events with me. So yeah, we definitely bring them artists around that know they doing. So yeah.
That's what's up.
Can I say one thing about the last event that you had? The last event that you had, as you say, dope, it was dope. Because not only did we see people of color, we saw all color. And I really admire that. And we've had two fans that you, like you say, give a platform to a lot of people, not just people of your color, but any color.
Yeah.
But just one thing, and it was good. And I'm saying, man, no alcohol.
Right. You had no liquor.
No liquor, no, what you call them?
What?
You know the things that feel like a skunk or whatever it is. But you can come together and, it's all right. That's what you do, That's what
You say what you call them things?
But just I did that. It was nice.
Yeah,
It was together. Nobody was drunk.
No, that's one thing.
Nobody got out of hand.
Right.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, no, that's one thing. If we can create the vibes with no alcohol, none of that is involved, man. That's love. And it's just the fact that a lot of people, little that they know, a lot of people might not even need the liquor to be able to have a good time, but they don't really realize that because they always want the liquor when they want to have a good time, So it's just being able to just give yourself a full break, live in that moment. I'm here, you know what I'm saying? Let's vibe, be yourself, let's dance, all that good fun stuff. So, yeah, thank you. So you good? All right, well, cool. Well, again, I appreciate all y'all for coming out. I plan on having a lot more of these, but also with artists. So it's not gonna be me. I'm gonna be up here with JJ. Gonna be next. Hysterical. She is a boss lady herself. I've known her for quite a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
But we just started like really clicking about like 2 or 3 years ago, because business. Start talking, bouncing ideas off each other, and just continue to grow. You want to tell them about what you do?
Yeah, sure. So I started business about almost 3 years ago, in January of 2017, and my first business that I had was an online boutique. And kind of like how my whole story evolved is I really had like a passion for fashion and photography, and I always used to like dress up at home, like spend hours at a time just before I even knew like what a tripod was for a camera. I had like boxes and books stacked up, and then my camera set, my timer set. I had my hair done, my makeup, my clothes and everything. I just set the timer, run back, take the picture, post them on Facebook. I don't even think Instagram was a thing then, but it was Facebook and MySpace. It was Facebook and MySpace days. And people just were just liking my pictures. And I'm like, when I got to college, it didn't click like, well, if I like fashion and photography so much, like, why not just start an online boutique and just profit from that? Because that's really, I felt like all that it was. Like, online boutiques, they just get their models, dress them up nice, take the pictures, and that's what sells, because they didn't have like an actual storefront, So I'm like, I can do that from home. So I started that. But I've always had a creative eye. I've always had skills in photography and graphic design. And so I was actually able, fortunate enough to just do everything for my business. I didn't have to outsource anybody. So what happened was I had people that were interested in my boutique, but then I had like 3 times that amount of people that were actually interested in my other skills. So my business started to shift to the point where like I couldn't even focus on my online boutique anymore. I had to start basically helping out the people that were interested in what I was doing. So I had people that were interested in hiring me to create logos or websites for them or do photo shoots. I had people that were interested in me teaching them how to start a boutique. So I'm just like, okay, this is pretty dope. So I got out of the selling product field and I started doing like more services. and my clientele just started to grow and grow and grow. And I didn't realize that I truly had a passion for like designing and creating and also teaching other people. Although like I still love fashion and I still love photography, I do that in my business, but it was really like I was starting to understand like more of my purpose and my calling and like more of like what God was like calling me to do. And so I really like enjoy like working with people one-on-one and just helping them like create, you know, have their visions come to life. And so about a year went by and I was like still like doing more research. I was actually like in a place where I was trying to figure out how to balance the boutique and then how to balance like my services. I didn't even like have like a name or like I didn't even know what I wanted it to be. Like I just knew I was just whatever you needed, just Erica can do it, and I was just doing it. And then it got to a point where like, okay, this is actually something like I'm creating like more revenue in this than this boutique. So I'm like, I need to, you know, start to brand myself a little bit more. So I started to brand myself a little bit more, and then I started to get like more and more people that were interested. And my last job, I remember just really coming to an agreement with myself and with God and like saying, okay, this is what I really want to do. Like I'm passionate. Like I do this in my sleep. Like I did it before. There was like this one summer when I was in middle school. I was back when like the MySpace days were high. I was like editing people's like profile pictures for free, like on my computer, like nonstop. My mom came home and they like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm editing pictures. Like, what do you mean? And she was like, you're not charging people for this? I'm like, no, like, but it didn't take me until now to like realize that I was doing something for free. Like if you can do something for free every single day, like, and it's your passion, like that's kind of like how you know, like that's what you're supposed to be doing. And so now I'm able to monetize on the thing that I absolutely love to do and wake up to do every single day. And so I got to this job. It was the highest paying job that I ever had, but I said to myself, like, this is gonna be the last job that I have, because like you, I'm at work, I'm thinking of all these different ideas. I'm thinking about all these different things that I can just be creative or create certain things to help people and, you know, do certain things. I'm on a clock, but I'd be on the clock working, on my breaks working. Like I literally had a phone job and I brought my computer to work every day. I would work on my breaks, my lunch breaks, like nobody would see me. They were like, dang, you always at your desk. It got to the point where like, I didn't even decorate my cube because I just didn't even want to be comfortable there. Like everybody had pictures of their family and all of their accolades, and they're like, your desk is so plain. I'm like, yep, because I'm not going to be here.
Not be here too long.
And it just got to a point where they just kept moving seats. Like that's how it is in corporate. Like whatever they say, like you got to do. Like if the team is moving seats, you got to move your seat. And I'm just like, this is the last time y'all gonna move my seat. And that was the last time they moved my seat before I left. And by this time, I was just like, okay, like I really have to like take this serious. So I started investing more into myself. I started taking courses online. By this time, I had graduated college. And even after I graduated college, it was just like, it's kind of like I didn't stop, because I was always like researching and always trying to figure out how to make myself better or how to help someone else or how to just implement different things into my business. And I think that kind of ties into what you say is, you know, advice to give a business owner is that you have to be consistent and you always have to be like willing to take it like one step further, because that's what's going to get you like to the next step or to your next goal. So I never stopped researching. I never stopped learning. And then it got to another point where I reached like another level and I'm like, okay, it's gonna get to a point where like I don't wanna work here anymore. You know, you just feel like so stuck. You feel like this is not your purpose, and you only really feel like that until God really shows you like what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Because it's like while you're still trying to figure it out, you don't mind working. Like you don't mind just doing this or doing that, like until you like really fully understand you and your purpose. And then when I understood that,
Man.
I was like, I really have to wake up every day and do this? Like, so I get it. So then, you know, and then also too, just to like piggyback off of what you were saying as for like advice, I really didn't get to the place that I am right now if it hadn't been like from my mindset change. It's like when you start to change your mindset and you start to just speak things into existence and just really think and just hone in on like the things that you want. It doesn't even have to be your own boss. If you want a new car, you know, things that I did every day. I would wake up every day. I would say, okay, I'll just give myself like a pep talk. I would think about it throughout the day. Don't really tell anybody like what you're doing, but just have that personal moment between you and God. And just the more like you be consistent and then just show up and like do the work. Although I knew that I wanted to really quit my job, like I still didn't like give up on it because it was paying my bills at the time, for one, and for two, I prayed hard to get that job. So it's like, so I'm there, so I can't just act like it ain't nothing to, at this point, like it's taking care of me and my family. So it's like, I still showed up, I still, went to work, I still, hit my goals I needed to reach, and then once I hit to another level, like I said, where like my mindset was there, my income from my business was starting to be greater than what I was making at work. And it was just certain things that, God was showing me. Like, I've never shared this before, maybe only shared it like one time, but the job that I was working at, I was making $20.19. And I had a moment where God was like, 2019 is the last year that you're going to be making $20.19. And when I sat back and I realized how those numbers went together, like, it just gave me like instant chills. Like, this is crazy, but it just goes to show that like if you be consistent and you put the work in, no matter like what you want to do, like you can go out there and do it. Like, I didn't think that I was going to be at this point. I quit my job 3 months ago, and the moment I decided to leave my job, I had less than $1,000 in my bank account, and every month after that goes by, like I haven't been short on nothing. I'm paying for anything. So like my business has really been supporting for me, like for this time that I've been off of work. Thank you so much. Thank you. And it's just like your mindset and then the relationship that you have with God, and then it's like how bad do you really want it? And it's like when your butt is on the line, like you have no other choice but to just get up and just do the work. Like, but I feel so peaceful, I feel so peaceful at the point that I can wake up, get ready, get my son ready for school, come back home, start my work day. I'm still talking to people, but I'm just talking to people on my terms. I'm still working, but I'm just working on my terms, So I just really enjoy the fact that you just kind of just get like your own freedom. But not only that, but like just working with people, I think in order to be like a business owner, like you really have to have some sort of love for people, because I hear a lot of people say like, man, I really want to be my own boss. Like I get tired of working with so-and-so, or I get tired of working for so-and-so, but like people don't realize that you literally have to wake up and you're still serving people. Yeah.
It's more responsibility because now it's on your head.
Yes, yes.
Like you can't go to HR, you HR.
Yes, you're everything.
You're everything.
Everything. And that's what I had to realize, but I like it, get to set your own rules and things like that. But it's very, very challenging, but it's also, rewarding in the same sense. But yeah, that's me. That's my story. I am still walking through my journey. Like before I got here, it was still a journey. All I ever wanted was to have was an online boutique, and my whole life just completely shifted. But only thing I can do is just be thankful, because it has gotten me several, opportunities. I've gotten to work with, different people. And although I'm not like where I want to be, yet at the moment, I'm just still grateful for every single thing that I've been through to get me here, good friends that I have, like-minded people in my circle. But yeah, I don't like to preach like be your own boss, but what I really like to preach is like whatever you have a goal to do, like just get up every day, do the work, be consistent, and you'll be able to do it.
Period. Well, yes. Well, again, thank you guys all for coming out. Thank you, JJ.
You're welcome.
For doing this for me. Thank y'all. Y'all can go ahead and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at WeVibe2Vibe, if y'all already haven't. But definitely, if you guys have not subscribed to our email, y'all might want to do that, because we gonna be dropping something real hot soon, and it's only going straight to the people on my email list. So, yeah, if y'all get the memo, y'all get the memo. All right. So go ahead to my website, check that out. Go through all the videos. We got the content. We got a lot coming next year. Again, thank you. Yeah.
All right, that's a wrap.